Morning, everyone. Professor Kev here. Today's student success tip is called Why You Should Introduce Yourself to Your Professor. So, I'm a big fan of this because it's a great way to break that proverbial ice. Occasionally, I'll get an email before the semester starts from a student. Hey, Professor, I just wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. My name's Kev. Looking forward to taking your class. Now, when you do that, the first day of class, when I do introductions and ask you to introduce yourself, when I hear your name, respect. That's the student that reached out to me. Now, you're the first person in the class who I know their name. That has advantages. It's really important to break that ice. What I see happen is students don't do this. They don't. And inevitably something comes up. Now we're near the end of the semester. You haven't even said hi to me yet, and you need a favor. You need an extra day on an assignment, whatever you need. And it's super awkward. I see you walking towards me at the end of class, your head's down. You're like, I'm like, oh, what's going on here? I'm like, hey, what's up? Well, looking down at the ground, I was kind of hoping, you would like ask. But if we've spoken earlier and we've already had that connection, that turns into, hey, Kev, I need a favor, bud. I need an extra day on this assignment, whatever you need. See how that conversation is a lot different because you've already established a connection. This isn't the first time you're asking. It's like, all right, the first time the student speaks to me, they want a favor. Now, again, I'm sure we'll work it out. One of the things I saw, there's a gentleman professor from Duke that I see on Instagram, shares great videos. Guy's really good. He suggested if the professor has office hours, go by and introduce yourself. Now, unfortunately, I'm an adjunct. I don't have office hours, so you might find me across the street, if you go to your Lowell at the marketplace having a Mountain Dew and a cookie. But take that opportunity, introduce yourself, because it's just going to make life so much easier later when you do need something. It has makes you stick out. If you've ever been in my class, you know I'm all about respect. Be respectful to me, I'll be respectful to you. I find that works really well for me. When I treat my students with respect, 99% of the time they can give it right back to me. Hey, Kev, going to be respectful to you because you set that relationship up. Take the time, introduce yourself, even if it's after class. Hey, I just want to take a second, introduce myself. I always tease Teddy. Teddy was in my class, first like three classes. At the end of the class, he'd come up, shake my hand. Hey, Kev, great lecture today. I'm Teddy. I just wanted to remind you. After the third time, I John a chuckle and like, hey, Teddy, good to see you, brother. But it's powerful, all kidding aside. Teddy was in my class, I don't know, 3 years ago. Still remember him like yesterday because he built that connection. It's really that simple. Build it. You may not need it, but who cares? It's there in case you do. Fast forward down the road, hey, something comes up, you need advice, year after you were in my class, you have that connection already. It's easier to, hey, Kev, versus, if you email me like, hey, Professor Wlette, nobody calls me that, then I'm like, okay, this person really doesn't know who I am and stuff. So take the time. It's 2 minutes. Build that connection early. And it's going to help you down the road and stuff. So please, this one, I hope you do take me up on it. You know, Send your professor an email if you want to do it that way. Hey, just looking forward to your class. I want to take a second to introduce myself. So if you have any other questions, but being a student, hey, what should I do in this scenario? Shoot me a quick message. They said, do my best to answer. If not, I'll try to find you resources at the school that can answer that question. Because I always want to make sure that you feel comfortable. I always talk about, my experience as a student many years ago. I wasn't a great student. And I really wish someone would have helped me back then. When I think back, heck, it's been 40 years ago, and I'm still like, why didn't I didn't ask for help. I didn't have the maturity to ask for help, and nobody was offering it to me. And like I said, I never want you to feel that way. So if something's up and I can help you, please, please, please reach out. Let me see what I can do to help you. All right, that's today's student success tip. As always, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes to watch my video, and I hope you're having a truly dazzling day.